What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail. I'm so indifferent. Like, I think sometimes people want emotion and, anger, passion, joy, blah, 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 blah. And over the years, I've become so indifferent because, I saw that DMX quote, basically, trust a person to be who they are and trust that you'll be able to see it. And because of that, I kind of, in some ways, live by that. So, with that, for me, became being indifferent. Like, okay, you're a liar, you're a liar. You're a thief, you're a thief. You're a good person, you're a good person. Uh, you're silly, you're silly. You're toxic, you're toxic. You're narcissistic, you're narcissistic. So I'm like, I'm indifferent. And I find that in that process, people became like, how dare you be indifferent? How come you're not gonna go on this emotional roller coaster with me? And I'm like, why? Like, see, there are people in the world who have this thing where they want people to chase them around. When they go left, you gotta go left chasing behind them. Then they go right, you gotta go right chasing behind them. Like cartoons. It's like, I'm like, whatever, man. Bye. You got there are people who might be a mess. They might be a wreck. You know what I'm saying? And they just want you to care about them and they want you to love them. So they do this and they do that in hopes that you'll come around and show me you love me by helping me, by trying to save me from myself. And after a while, it's like, you don't care about me. Look, I don't care to be chasing you all around town. I remember this one. I was younger, right? And I remember I had a friend of mine who was a neighbor, but at the particular time, I had lost my grandmother had passed, and 2 weeks prior to that, my best friend passed. So they were both my best friends, really. So I go to New Orleans to the funeral, and I come back, and as soon as I get in town, I get a call from this friend. I'm running out of gas. I don't. And I'm literally like riding, like coming to I-10 headed home, like, from New Orleans. Like I literally got, I'm literally like I-10 and something, I think I was on 59 South at the time, like, but I'm sitting there like, and I get there and it's a whole little mess. I don't know what happened. I thought it. And I'm thinking to myself like, in the last 2 weeks, I've just lost my two best friends. And you just immediately got to make it about you because you always put yourself in these positions. So at that point, I could say for me, from that point on, I was like, whatever. I was like, what's wrong? And I didn't even say anything at the time. I was like, bye, man. Yeah, look, just here's the gas. And it was like, thanks, man, get out of my face. Like, just going somewhere. And I realized, like, from that point forward, because I had some issues prior to that. I remember a police officer pulling me over a few years prior to that. And he pulled me over in one of those, you don't belong here type of checks. And he was talking crazy. And I was like, I was in a suit and everything. I was like, it was like my first day of work or whatever. And he kept talking crazy, kept talking reckless. And I just looked at him and he got real close. And I said, you know what? Are you gonna write the ticket? He's like, why? I said, cause listen, man, if you're not and it's a fight, like you too close now, I'm gonna beat your ass. And then he looked at me and I looked at him and he knew that I wasn't playing. And you know what? He just wrote the ticket. Then he wrote me extra tickets because he got mad about that. But at that particular point, it was like, And as the years went by, like I had something happen recently. And I was thinking to myself, like, I don't think y'all understand. I was thinking to myself about the people that this happened with. I was like, I don't really think y'all understand how quick I could just shut it off. And that's what happened. I was like, you know what? No, don't worry about it. I'm not the bad guy no more. I ain't even gonna have these conversations no more. You can make up whatever you want. I'm done. You figure it out. And then it was that moment that it was like, he's like, for real. Like, I remember that old movie quote, I don't have anything in my life that I can't walk away from in 30 seconds. I'm like that for real. And that's why I said I'm so indifferent. It's just like, I get to a point where I'm like, I'm going to show you. If I got to show you, I'm going to show you. And it's not, some people like, you hold grudges, this, that, and the third. No, I don't. I thought I did at a time, but more so I'm just like, hey, man, I'm done. It's over with, whatever. I got to go. And people, what about all the time we built? And here's the thing. I don't care about all the time sometimes people built up together, because if I'm cool with you and you cool with me, I'm not going to do anything to mess that up. And if you're cool with me, you're not going to do anything to mess that up. If you're the type of person that has to play games and test the person and mess it up and see if it's going to get fixed, at a certain point, it's like, don't worry about it. We're good. But that's just my thoughts on it. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. We out. Peace.